Ay, ay, ay. We are back to this shit, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, today's hero, Mr. Tinkertricks from the Tink clan, finds himself in a match on the EU server. This game was just a few... Was it? What? When was this played, buddy? I can't remember. Anyway, he's trying to play the game, and as soon as he enters, and if you haven't noticed, I'm hiding the names temporarily, but let me show you. Let me show you. By activating the free camera, which you can only do if it's the mod free camera, right after the countdown goes to 0. You click on the game free camera by the left mouse button, and then, well, my keybind is F3 plus shift, so you're actually even learning something. You press the P button to make it smooth, and from 1 to 0, you choose the speed. Now, he finds himself in a game which is full of, well, throwaway accounts. And you're going to see this later on. It's all Type 5 heavies. All of them. Type 5 heavies. And this guy, this T803 over here is like, huh? What the hell? He's looking to his right. He's like, what the hell happened? This ASXX, probably Mr. Taraz, 75 Taraz with underscores, probably a regular player. The Super Conqueror, Mr. Jelazaka with underscores front and back, probably a regular player. Who knows? The rest? Well, no one's moving. Now, I've already watched this a couple of times in order to make this video properly. And what's going to happen right in the beginning, ladies and gentlemen? Our friend is saying, ha, ha, ha. Someone is saying something there. I don't know what that is. Anyway, let's follow the ASXX40 team because something interesting is going to happen right over here. I'm going to pause it as soon as it happens, and I'm going to show you the time frame. Around there? Somewhere there. Okay, now he's out of render range. Comes back into render range. And pause. Come on. Any second now. Right there. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the time. 14:02. In less than a minute on Mannerheim line, the hacker appeared right over there. Now, maybe this was a regular player who said, okay, I'll take advantage of the fact that on my team also, there are, let me show you the names. Now let me show you the names. A bunch of Type 5 heavies. Now I'm going to show you the names. Here's the green team. As you can see, all these names are just, well, they're not exactly bots. They are throwaway accounts. And on the enemy team, just take a look. Nice. This is a 13 versus 13 match. Yes, 13 versus 13. I just counted them again. And what's going to happen here is that these two are going to have a nice little duel. The hacker is going to move in aggressively, knowing that the ASXX40T is an autoloader with a very long reload. He's going to leave him at 30 HP. And here's the ASXX's mistake. He could have rammed him for another 30 HP. But he didn't. He decided to run away. And that's a huge mistake because the hacker is going to take him out. And, well, surprise, surprise. He's going to come here and he's going to start shooting the AFK Type 5 heavies. Now, let's move away from this guy. Let's go back to our hero, who's going to have his encounter over here with the BZ-79, as well as a T803 who turns around to deal with him. Probably just a regular player who wants to play the game. Okay, they're damaging each other. The other guy low rolls. But the problem is that, yeah, this guy would have probably killed him if he hadn't gotten help if our hero hadn't gotten help from the T-803. Now, here's the thing. One of the Type 5 heavies actually moved. Look at the minimap. But don't worry, I'm going to tell you, oh guys, look at the minimap. I don't have the free camera. It's a cheat mod and a clown guy. Let's check out what the Type 5 heavy is doing. The guy who actually moved. Oops. That is not the smooth camera, but okay. Let's go into the smooth camera. So, the Type 5 heavy who actually moved, whose account, by the way, spoilers, none of these accounts are anonymized. They don't have to anonymize them. And towards the end of this video, you're going to understand why. Even if I forget to tell you why they don't have to be anonymized, you're going to understand. So, the playing Type 5 heavy, ladies and gentlemen, encounters the BZ-79. No one... Well, our hero didn't go to take out this BZ-79, but the T-803 is on his way to do that. Type 5 Heavy finds himself in a little bit of a pickle because he's getting shot by the hacker and the BZ-79. He's trying to run away to survive. Now he's on 74 HP. This guy backs up. And unfortunately, he gets taken out by the T-803 right at this shot. Right over here. Now, notice at approximately 12:05, the whatchamacall, at approximately 12:05, the BZ-79, who would have been a serious threat for this MF, mother M, yeah, Polish seal, mother Polish seal, whatever. You guys remember the joke? Nearly took out this rigger. Now, the hacker has gone. The hacker, the tank hacker. This is could be a little bit confusing. Has gone into the base, and he's probably even shooting at the same time, capping and shooting at the same time. While our hero approaches the enemy base, and now here's the mistake, which Wargaming warns you not to do. But of course, I cannot blame players who do not know this. However, if you ever get into a matchup like this and you start shooting AFK tanks and someone reports you, you are also susceptible to having your account banned for game rigging. Did you know that? Even if you're innocent, the correct thing to do is to just stay AFK, send your report, you're good to go. But I guess the players, they get excited, they think, oh great, this is a chance to do some damage, get some credits, get some, bonds, get some medals, etc., etc. So, now, notice that our hero comes here. He starts going behind these guys. And once he takes his first shot, look what's going to happen. Moving into the free camera one more time. Smoothie. Not the one that we drink. This guy starts moving. This guy who finishes with 7662. He starts moving. And he shoots our hero. First shot doesn't penetrate. He bounces a 700. Now here's our hero's mistake. Instead of turning around to deal with the non-AFK guy, he decides to shoot the AFK guys. That's another mistake. But of course, probably he panicked. Probably, I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking at this moment. Buddy, this was a mistake. But, spoilers, he's gonna die. However, it's good that he's gonna die because he's not gonna be able to do that much damage. Not that it really matters, but this could probably save him in case someone is dumb enough to, I don't know, or malicious enough in order to try and report to him at the same time. Now, buddy, recommendation. Please go into your settings and remove this if you're going to send me replays. This goes for everyone. Now let me push. Yeah, whatever. It's a nice little cinematic. You got penetrated. How? Distance, visible or non-visible enemy. Great. Okay, we are in the game-free camera right now. Now, the mod-free camera no longer works. When you die, or when the enemies are outside of render range, the mod-free camera is useless. So that you guys know. If any of you want to create a channel, and you want to start making your own videos, I really like helping new content creators. It's something that I love to do. So, just one alive in camp, he says. Just one alive in camp. Now here's the thing. The Super Conqueror, the T-803, and the other Type 5 Heavy who's almost dead have arrived, and they start shooting the AFK guys. The guy who killed him is nowhere to be seen. Nowhere. Look at the names. I do not see a 7662. There's a 7661 right over there. Where is he? I saw him. He's right over there. Yeah, right over there. Right over there where I'm pointing by the cursor. Who's about to die. But where's the 7762? Not visible. Temporarily. Look what's gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen. Type 5 Heavy is taking the shots. So is the Super Conqueror. So is the T-803. The hacker has been dealt with. Now, what's gonna happen is that a tree just fell down over there. Did you guys see that? These accounts are being controlled by at least 2 people. That's my guess. Another tree just fell down. Fences are gonna start breaking normally, or he's probably moving there. He's somewhere there right now, and he's going to appear momentarily somewhere there. There he is. Why? Because the riggers are trying to prevent. Let me show you. The riggers are trying to prevent the regular players from taking any of their HP. So, our hero still hasn't changed his camera. He will when he realizes what's going on. This is why I do analysis. And he's going to switch to, I believe, the T-803. I think. Yes. Which he's going to come around the corner. And he's going to start shooting the rigger Type 5 Heavy, which is on his left. Currently not visible because no one is spotting him. Now he's going to spot him. And he's going to say hello. The Type 5 Rigger Heavy from the red team is trying to take out the Super Conqueror. But he cannot fight both at the same time. This was the rigger's mistake. He should have focused on trying to take out this guy first. But in the heat of battle, we all make mistakes. We all panic. It happens. So, long story short, let's make this faster. The rigger is about to die. And he's dead. So, there's no reason to watch this anymore, but I'm going to fast forward it anyway. They're going to come here. They're going to make the mistake of shooting the AFK guys. It's only 13 versus 13, so it ends faster. Our hero says farm away, heh. So rigged, farm away, heh. Well, sorry, I have to say this. Of course, you don't know it, and it's not your fault. But if you participate in a battle like this, and you start farming AFK tanks, you could get banned even if you're innocent. Because Wargaming sees this as they have a very strict policy on this, that you're participating in the rigging. How are we supposed to know? This is their logic. How are we supposed to know, which is flawed by the way, that you're not one of the riggers? Of course, they check into your accounts. They see your history, etc., etc. They know. They have records. But even though they have records, they don't have the power to go and look at these new accounts which have been... Shall I show you? Let me show you. Ay. I knew that this day was going to come, that I was going to start making videos on game rigging cheaters again. The reason? Have you watched this video? Wait, let me check something. Yeah. Have you watched this video? Where I mocked Wargaming for giving out those free tier 10s. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be an Einstein. You don't have to be a prophet. You don't have to be some kind of wizard in order to figure it out. Even an idiot could foresee this. And I'm definitely not an idiot. Just saying. So, let's take a look. They won. He made some credits. He made some XP. He made some bonds. The rigger who survived did 13,284 damage. He only got 8,500 WN8, which is ridiculous. I don't know how they calculate it. 1,756 base XP. Which is, I mean, it's unfair for regular players. This guy died at the beginning because he went and, well, he panicked, and instead of ramming the hacker, he just decided to run, which was dumb, in my opinion. He panicked. Oh, the hacker on a loss got 420. These guys, let's look at these accounts one by one. So, the first guy, 711518. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these accounts are most likely played by, in my opinion, two people at the same time. Or maybe the same person, and he has this some kind of multi-boxing, whatever dual boxing you call it, program on his computer, which runs multiple clients at the same time. I've seen a photo of that. Anyway, and he decided, I'm going to try and take out this guy because he's farming my damage. The damage which I worked so hard to make all these accounts. And they probably belong to one person. We're going to see why. Here's the first guy. 71518. Super Unicom, ladies and gentlemen. 9,500 WN8. Win rate 75%. The guy has played 50 battles, as you can see here, only with the Type 5 Heavy. Only. Now, we are looking at the green team. This is his main account. Account created 6th of October, 2025. Guess what happened one day before that, the 5th of October. Let's take a look. I have put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on this side, and then I put the replay again, and I've put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the other side. This guy, I am sure that he is running at least 30 clients on his computer, at least. Or if it's two people, 15 clients. 1, 2, 3, click. All clients at the same time with some type of program, which copies your movements with your mouse at the same time. I guess. I've heard about that. And unfortunately for him, not all the throwaway accounts end up in the same game. Not all of them. Now, remember, this game was played on the EU server, and it was played at, let's look at the time, at a little bit past midnight. As you can see here, I'm pointing with my mouse. At 0011, if this is correct. Now, the other accounts, very quickly. Throwaway account. Only Type 5 Heavy, 29 battles. All of these are going to be in the description below. The next guy, 33 battles. And if in case you haven't noticed, account created 5th of October. Account created 5th of October. All of them are like that. 5th of October, 5th of October, 5th of October. And all of them, ladies and gentlemen, have below 50 battles. Why? I don't know. Maybe some of his clients crashed or something. They didn't work. They didn't load in with that special program that he has to run all these accounts at the same time from the same computer, or maybe he has multiple computers. Who knows? I've heard that some people have multiple computers in a special room and they're running multiple accounts on each computer, which is just crazy. All created 5th of October. All of them. This account has 25 battles. 5th of October. This guy, 28 battles, 5th of October. The next guy, 0219, 29 battles, 5th of October. I'm telling you the battles and when the account was created, in case you didn't understand. This guy, 27 battles, 5th of October. Now let's go to the enemy team very quickly. The guy who killed him, who, he said, how dare you come and into the other base and try and start shooting and taking away from my HP, which I wanted to rig. How dare you? I'm going to take control one of the rigger accounts and I'm going to kill you. And he managed to do it. Oh well. Account created 5th of October. 21 battles. Next guy, 5th of October, 23 battles. Now I'm saying the opposite. 5th of October, 26 battles. This only proves that he has one main rigging account that he always plays with, the one that he wants to do the damage with, the first one that I showed, the super unicom in inverted commas, super scumbag, not super unicom, and all the rest are just for throwaway accounts, and sometimes they don't get into games, and he quickly cancels those games from his multi-client thingy, or they crash, or whatever, for whatever reason. But the fact remains that you are a game rigging cheater. Either him or him and his couple of friends, which are a bunch of losers. They have nothing else to do in life other than ruin games because, this game was ruined. And not just this game. Could you imagine how many games these guys have destroyed in these past weeks? In this past month? Okay, I know that most of them say last online 7 days ago, 9 days ago, etc., etc. But does that mean that they've been banned? Now, because there's been a lot of shit comments now lately on my channel, people who just don't know what the hell is going on in this channel, they don't know the history, and they just come up like a total Nublar Templar, how I call them. Ever since I used to play role-playing games, I made up that term, Nublar Templar. You're a newbie Templar. And they leave just dumbass comments that don't make any sense whatsoever. Why? It's not entirely their fault. They don't know the history of the channel. That's why they're a Nublar Templar. You're a Templar, but you're also a noob. So, yes, we do report them. Yes, I have sent multiple reports to Wargaming. I have gotten many game rigging cheaters accounts banned. And so has my community, from what I know, that they have also sent the same reports on the same accounts on the same games. And I really give you guys a thumbs up. You guys who know the history of this channel, our channel. So, this guy, Type 5 Heavy, 38 battles. Wow. I saw a 44 somewhere, if I remember correctly. Account created 5th October, 2023. Account created 5th October. 42. Wow, this is one of his closest companions, Mr. 2126. 8075. I wonder how they made these accounts. Did they make them with some type of program that randomly chooses a word and then puts a number in the end, or were they made like, in my mocking video where I was doing this and I had the mask on? Oh boy. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, hiccup. Sorry. Let me pause this. Ah, thankfully, I always have at least one bottle of water next to me. Great. So, let's see. We're finishing up. Only 4 more accounts to show very quickly. Account created 5th of October. They're all created on the same day. 24 battles. This account 1251. They're all going to be in the description below. By the way, all of these, all the links to all of these accounts are going to be in the description below, and I'm going to put them on the special file. You guys, you know the history, you know the channel. For the others, sorry, I'm not going to explain it all over again. It's become very tiring. Let's see, 41 battles. This guy, 5th of October. So basically, he made the throwaway accounts first, and then 1 day later, he made his inverted commas main account, which is also a throwaway account, because if he loses it, he doesn't care. He probably has some other super main account, his real main account, somewhere where he's been playing for years, who knows? Or he's probably just a new player who wants to have fun. And he said, I'll rig some games. I watched some videos where they were rigging games. I'm going to do the same thing. Because remember, these videos, although they raise awareness, they also give other people ideas on how to do these things. So, it's kind of a double-edged knife, if you think about it. It's the reality. What are you going to do? How do you think some criminals start their criminal activity? They hear about another criminal from the news or from something or from some video on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and they start doing exactly the same thing and say, I'm not going to do the same mistakes as the other guy did. I'm going to be more careful. And in the case of Wargaming giving out free tier 10s, we don't even need to anonymize. There you go, I remembered it. That's the reason. You don't even have to anonymize. Well, for what for? Who cares? Like, who cares? Let Wargaming ban them. I'm going to make other accounts. Well, although what Wargaming did was the dumbest move in the history of their existence, at least these new accounts had an expiration date. You could only create them until a certain date. However, the problem is how many tens of thousands of new accounts have been created and we are yet to discover them. That's why I personally sent a message when I was online to one of my remaining friends at Wargaming. I'm going to mention his name, of course. I can't do that, because then I'm going to be in trouble. Anyway, I sent him a message telling him, you know what? Your company is stupid. Stupid. You know what he did? Well, he didn't remove me from his friends, but from the short reply that he gave me, which I cannot even mention, I think that he agrees with me. I know that he agrees with me. Buddy, I know that you watch my videos, and I'm going to say it again. Your company is stupid. Wargaming, you are stupid. You've done some really dumb shit. And why do I complain all the time? This also has been asked in the comment section. Why do I complain all the time? Because I love the game, and even though I love the game, I barely play it. What do I play? RS3. Because RS3 is a game where there's none of this shit, and it's a game that rewards you. The more you play, the more it rewards you. I'm not advertising RS3. I'm just saying why I play RS3. There's a difference. So, thank you for listening to my yada 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 towards the end. You know the history of the channel. You've been with me for years, you, the oldies, and I appreciate that. For the rest, go back a couple of videos. At least read the titles of the videos if you don't know the history, especially if you don't know the history. And maybe, just maybe, one day you're going to stop leaving irrelevant comments. Because to me, they're irrelevant, and I'm not going to waste my time responding to anyone anymore. I'm not talking in general, I'm talking the irrelevant comments. Please understand the context, which is important in the context of the history of the channel. If you don't know the context, I had a huge fight with this admin on a Facebook group, and I ended up quitting that Facebook group, even though I was advertising my channel there. Well, you know, putting the videos, etc. Why? Because he didn't know the history of the channel, and he was getting on my fucking nerves. And I called him many names, and I had the right to do that because I was very frustrated because of because of what happened a couple of days ago. Anyway, once again, thank you for my yada yada yada. It's been more than 30 minutes plus the intro, whatever. Catch you on the next one. You guys are awesome.